Okay, so it's time for another 24 hours of cross stitch, which is hosted by Jen Lee. My name is Aislinn. This is my FlossTube channel. I'm not quite sure what FlossTube this is. I might just make it vlog number 1. We'll see. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. So plans for the weekend. I'm going to actually try and vlog. Normally, I participate in what we call over on the Facebook group, #TeamSleep, which means I take like the whole weekend and I take sleeping breaks in between. I want to attempt to not do that this weekend, so I'm actually going to be #TeamNoSleep. Maybe. We'll see. I haven't tried a full 24-hour marathon of anything in years. I think the last one I did was about 3 years ago, and it was a readathon. I have never been able to make 24 hours in a 24-hour period. There may have to be naps happened. We'll see. Plans, focusing on just 2 projects. These projects are for challenges over in some other Facebook groups I'm part of that I feel like I need to catch up on a little bit. So the first one is my year focus. I'm going to try and put 12 hours each of these in because there's only 2 of them, but I may choose to throw an easier cross stitch in there if I start to struggle or anything. Kind of leaving that part up in the air. First one I'm going to focus on, as I just tried to mention but got off on a waffle, Beloved by Adele. Now this pattern says Sessler. I believe this is an old name because I've had the pattern a while. It's actually Lorraine now on Heaven and Earth Designs. I have already started, and this will be my starting point where I'm going with that one. Kind of up here in this upper left-hand corner. Continuing on with that. The next one is Midnight Harp, which I am using for the bookshelf challenge over on Full Coverage Fanatics. And the starting point for that one, oh, where is it? There it is. Oh, I get this facing the right way, is here. Other projects I might throw in are like the Dark Queen of the Seas stitch along, as I haven't really been focusing on it, even though I really like the pattern and I'd like to try and get caught up on that. So if I need a break, that's probably the one I'll swap over to. Also, maybe my little cabin, which if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen it show up before. It's been a long time project for such a small project, so that's some ideas. Plans, the family is handling the meals. I have convinced my mother, who I live with, to please cook, so I don't have to worry about meals. I'm gonna have to probably get some caffeinated beverages because I don't generally have them in the house right now, but for this weekend I will. That's about it. I am going to be starting, my goal is to start at 12:01 Saturday morning, go to 12:01 midnight Sunday. I guess that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, full 24-hour period starting at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday morning. I would have started Friday, but I have to work and I don't want my stitching hours interrupted by work, so I'm just going to do it Saturday. Figured by then, at least if I don't make the full 24 hours before I need a nap, I can, or I fall asleep, because sometimes that just happens, I fall asleep in my chair, then I still have Sunday that I can do like carryover hours, so I still get 24 hours in on the weekend. I just maybe haven't completed the Team No Sleep challenge of consecutive 24 hours, so that's the plan. I'm going to split my time between audiobooks and TV. I have a couple shows on Netflix I've been following that I'm going to spend some time on, and they are the original Saint Seiya anime, not the CGI remake that they did, which is also good, but I've seen all those. And then the show, I believe it's called Lucifer. I've watched the first 2 or 3 episodes there and I've really enjoyed it, so I'm probably going to watch it this weekend. If I get tired of TV, which happens, I might watch a game streamer on Twitch TV or swap over to audiobooks. I have 2 audiobooks queued up, Cruel Prince by Holly Black and then Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. So yeah, that's just kind of the entertainment. I'm not really as scheduled on the entertainment as I am on the stitching, just because I'm just going to do whatever keeps me awake and whatever I feel like. So if I feel like I'm falling asleep listening to the audiobook, I'll switch over to TV or game stream or, you know, just for that background noise so that I don't fall asleep, because I can't fall asleep when people are talking to me. It's just not possible. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling. That's it for the introduction. I will film the starting of Saturday, and then we'll share my progress. I'm going to try and do regular vlogs, you know, updates every 1 hour to 2 hours. It's the first time I think I've done a vlog. Second time I've done a vlog of the 24 hours of cross stitch, but my first time doing it hopefully in a consecutive 24 hours. So expect some shenanigans as I get tired. Should be very interesting. All right, I'm definitely done talking. Hey everyone, it's Aislinn here. So we're about 11:30 on Friday night. My personal 24 hours of cross stitch, because I, again, am attempting a no sleep. Starts at midnight. So I'm going to take the time, get some tea, kind of wake up a little bit. I did have a nap when I got home from work. I got home, it was about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I did lay down and I got a couple hour nap in there before I woke up. So that with a little bit of caffeine, and I should be good to go for a few hours anyway. Because of how late it is, and it's normally way past my bedtime usually, I'm actually not going to start with something I have to count on, because I have 2 full coverage pieces, and if I screw one of those up, holy crap. So I'm actually going to start my first few hours, or a couple hours maybe, till I wake up a bit. This pattern here, which is a Maydeer pattern, and it is a stamped cross stitch. So it takes out the thinking, it takes out the counting, so I can just sit, relax, enjoy, and wake up. So that's the plan. And that's it for this little clip. I will give an update in a couple of hours. Okay, we are 2 hours into 24 hours. Going good, going strong. I listened to some music earlier. Then I started the audiobook for Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I'm absolutely loving it so far. It's only about an actual hour and a half in, so I'm not far into it, but yeah, what I've read so far I'm really enjoying, so going to continue on with the audiobook for a while. This is where I got so far with this one. So I got some of the green up in here, did this butterfly, and I'm working my way, the blocks are green, the thread's yellow, working my way across and the border, and that's where that one is. I'm going to take a bit of a break, get a stretch, and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to continue on with the stamped, or if I feeling like I can probably count again. I'm going to take about 15 minutes to decide that, and that's it for this update. I guess you'll see in the next clip what I chose to do. So yeah, see you in the next clip. Right, we are 5:30 in the morning. It's been 5.5 hours since the marathon started. I did fall asleep in my chair for about an hour, and I've just woken back up, so I'm going to grab some coffee and get recaffeinated so I can go for the next leg of this, and hopefully not with an interruption again. Where did I end up? Let's see. I have ended up on this one. There we go. Better if I hold it this way. I worked through all this bottom yellow, some of the yellow up into the this butterfly, and then I just ended the thread here. I just went until that length of thread was done, and then I felt like I needed a change. So I then swapped over to Beloved, and I've got a bit more of the gray in here, and I am slowly working down this way. So yeah, a few stitches in before I conked out there, but looking forward to getting more. That's it for this update. I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I'm gonna grab something to eat because I'm getting hungry, and then I'm gonna settle in and stitch for the next couple of hours in the next leg of this. See you in the next update. Hello everyone. So it's 9 a.m. on Saturday. I am 9 hours into this 24-hour marathon, so just about halfway there. It has been exactly 24 hours since I woke up yesterday morning, and I've had an hour-long nap. So, doing good though. I'm got lots of energy still, thanks to caffeine. I can't completely credit can't credit nature for that one. So we'll see. I may still end up with team sleep this marathon. We'll see as the day progresses. Anyway, still working on Beloved, and here we are. Mostly working. My plan is to go down here. This is all kind of one color, 414, I think it is. It's a gray. Anyway, usually how I stitch full coverage pieces like this is whichever section's in the hoop, I'll stitch like all of whatever color I'm working on that's in that section, and then when I move the hoop, I'll stitch all of that color. Or same if I'm using a Q-snap, I'll do the same thing. If I'm using scroll frames, I stitch a little differently just because I can't cross country on that long or big of a piece. But for these smaller hoops or Q-snaps, that's often how I do it, and I often just go like page by page and just like choose a color, do the whole page, next color, work the whole page. So yeah, it doesn't look like a lot until you compare it with my before picture, mostly because it's, in here was a lot of confetti. It's a little bit more noticeable. Oh, get my finger going the right way and in frame. It's a little bit more noticeable in here just because it is a larger area of the same color. There is a lot of 414 in this project, so that's what I'm focusing on to try and get the majority of the stitches in, just because I don't really enjoy confetti stitching, and I don't think confetti stitching is good for a marathon, so I'm trying to stitch larger sections. I haven't tired of it yet. When I do tire of it, I will move on to Midnight Harp, which is basically, I'm working on a blue section, so I'll be going gray to blue, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, still going strong. Still working on Beloved here. I don't know exactly when I'm going to swap out. I'm just going to go until I'm tired of staring at gray, basically. And that's it for now. It's time to go get something to eat. So I'm going to go make some breakfast, get a fresh cup of probably tea, and then switch over to water. And I'm having a hard time focusing on audiobooks, so I'm going to plug a movie in. And that's it. So catch you guys in the next clip in a couple of hours. Bye. It is noon. It is 12 hours since I started this marathon, and more hours than I care to count of how long I've been awake. minus a nap. Still working on Beloved, still working my way down the side here on all this lovely 414. So much of it. Yeah. I took a bit of a break earlier and then ended up going down a rabbit hole for like 2 hours, so I didn't get any stitching done. I shouldn't say none. I mean, I got a few stitches here and there, but not like any significant progress. So needless to say, I'm trying to decide if I want to, I mean, I'm still going to do the 24 hours, like to midnight tonight, but I want to decide, I guess, if that's just where I'm going to call it, and whatever I have stitched, or if those 2 hours plus the hour-long involuntary nap that I took, I want to carry on into tomorrow, just so I've stitched 24 hours over the weekend, like actual stitching time. That's how I usually do it, but I also usually sleep, and I haven't slept. And it will be nearly a day and a half by the time midnight comes around that I haven't slept. So yeah, not really sure. I guess it's going to depend how many more naps I end up taking, which I may have to take one. This may have to be a naps happened sort of no sleep marathon. But yeah, not switching over anytime soon. I'm happy with Beloved. That's just kind of where this update is. And I guess I'll just film the next one when I either make significant progress or change projects. But that's it for now. Hello everyone, Aislinn again. So it is 5:00 p.m. my local time, so folks, coming into 17 hours in the 24-hour marathon. I have been stitching most of the day on Beloved, which is this pattern right here. So I'm starting to get in a much more of this gray. I'm finally getting tired of staring at gray. So I am probably going to, I haven't decided, kind of want to go back to my butterflies, honestly. I mean, I was going to work on this one here, Midnight Harp, but the section I'm working on is just more of the same kind of tonally dark. It's blue instead of gray, but tone-wise, it's kind of the same tone as I've been working on all day. So I'm probably going to come back to that one, or do that one later on tonight, but I think to get some colors, I'm going to go back to my butterflies for a while. So, yeah, coming into the home stretch. That's pretty much it. I'm going to take a pause, go have some dinner, and then get right back at it. And I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye! Alright, so we are just coming on 10 p.m. I am fading so fast, and if you hear whining, that's my dog. I'm sorry. One sec. Shelby, come here. If I pet her, she'll quit. Yeah, so anyway, I'm fading really fast. I did try and stitch a little bit on Midnight Harp, but apparently I have lost my ability to count and almost my ability to speak. That's how simple that sentence was, and I mumbled it. So I moved over to my lovely stamped cross stitch. I moved back to it, and that's just where I'm going to stay for the next couple of hours. I should definitely be able to make it to midnight. I just have to do something a little bit easier for my brain to process. It's been a day, and yeah, that's it for now. I probably won't film again till the morning, where I will share my wrap up, just to show the before and after pictures so you can see the full progress. But that is where I am for now, and then yeah, I will be in touch in the next clip. Bye. Yeah, you're a good girl. Okay, so it's Tuesday. I ended up not filming my wrap up yesterday because ended up staying really long at work. So 24 hours of cross stitch wrap up. So I'm going to post right here the starting, I can't talk because it's a thing today. Starting photos. That's what I was trying to say. Right here is where I'm going to post all the places of where I started. Where I ended, I lost count of stitches, especially on the physical one, because trying to count that is, not a thing. So I think in total, I ended up around 1,200 stitches. I don't know exactly how much was on this one, though. That's why I say around. But this is where I ended up on the stamped cross stitch. So I got through, you know, this little corner in here, worked my way, lost everywhere, you know, worked my way through the yellow on the butterflies, through here, and then started to come up on this side. I don't have much yellow left. I just have really this bit in here. And I think that's it. Yeah, I've been through all the yellow everywhere else. So just a little bit in the border, and then I can move on to my next color. So with this one, because it's a smaller project, I am doing it, I guess it would be considered like extreme cross country, where you work the same color across the whole pattern and not just a section. I don't know all the terminologies. I just stitch how I stitch. But that's where that one ended up. Beloved here. There we are. So there is the picture of what it will hopefully look like when it's done. Beloved here ended up here. And there was 570 some, I believe, stitches. Mostly in this area right here. Just trying to fill in some of this darker stuff before I work my way over into hair and other bits. So lots of what will be confetti upcoming, but I figured it'd be easier to get the kind of more solid colors in before I tried to get the confetti in. Overall, I'm really happy. I do think I make better progress when I say do actual like 24 hours worth of stitching and spread it out over like the 3 days that the marathon usually is, than to say try and do a no sleep version. I really enjoyed doing the no sleep version. And that sounds funny because I mean, who doesn't like to sleep, right? But overall I only got in the full 24-hour period, with having to take meal breaks, you know, stretching breaks, you know, having to run and do an errand, and just life in general, that, you know, as always gets involved with these things. I only actually did physical stitching for, I think it was 11 of the 24 hours, between 9 and 11 hours. Again, I kind of lost track of my actual hours. I find, especially as I got tired, it was harder and harder to keep track of the actual hour stitching. Next time I try it, I'll probably set like an alarm or a timer, which I don't usually do, because when I do it over the course of the weekend and do like the sleep, where, you know, you just take the weekend and do 24 hours, I actually set aside scheduled stitching time, so I know exactly how many hours I've stitched, and then I can go, okay, I am on 10 hours of stitching, 15 hours since I started, or whatever. So yeah, that's where that ended up. Overall, I'm happy with the progress. I mean, it's not as much as I have made on other marathons, especially as I got tired, you know, stitching slowed down to try and avoid mistakes, things like that. I did not frog a thing this marathon. It's like the first time. I'm really happy. Now I'll jinx myself, and the next time I pick something up, watch me have to frog all the things. But yeah, so that's it for this wrap up. This video should be up later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. Yeah, so I'll see you guys all in the next video, whenever that is.